there, baseball fans. Welcome to the Baseball Junkies Podcast, episode 14. I'm your host, Adrian, from A League of Our Own.
And I'm your co-host, Mr. Infuego.
How's everybody doing today? Thank you guys for coming back with us. We are off of having last weekend off due to my work schedule. Sorry about that. Thank you guys so much. We've got some exciting baseball news to talk about today. We've got an exciting person from the card community to show off their collection. And did I mention that I appreciate you all so much? Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much.
We both do.
Yeah. Is still growing on all your podcast formats. We're doing good here on YouTube, and just can't thank you guys enough for all that. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you're letting us know how we're doing and let us know what we can work on or what you'd like to see here in the comments or in any of the Discords that I have posted in the description. Let's get to the topics. Want to start off with, we got 53 days till opening day. Who's pumped?
Let's go.
You pumped, Mr. All right.
Hell yeah.
Still got some people that we were just talking about how some people still aren't signed. I'm very curious what's happening with Bo Bichette. I'm really just surprised that the Blue Jays, for me personally, I'm surprised the Blue Jays still don't sign him, but I kind of see from different threads, different articles I read, different YouTubes, what their mentality might be. They've got Vladdy that they're going to focus money on. They've got a really good prospect system, things of that nature. But dang, just feel like Bo Bichette and the Toronto Blue Jays should be like this. So some things that have occurred in the past couple of weeks here I wanted to talk about is in the Baseball Hall of Fame. We did talk about Fred McGriff getting in a few weeks ago, and then since then, Scott Rolen has made it into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He was the only one from the current
ballot.
Current ballot, thank you, that made it into there with I think it was 76.6% vote. There were a couple other gentlemen that came close. There's some people that improved, and some things I wanted to talk about with the Baseball Hall of Fame. Let's just get some elephants out of the room. There are a lot of people in the Baseball Hall of Fame that 100% should be there. In our minds, without a doubt, we know they should be there. There are some that were like, probably maybe shouldn't be in there, things of that nature. And then over the years, things have evolved as far as like statistics and different metrics and things of that nature, like WAR, wins above replacement. That's, something that's still fairly new in baseball. And looking at these, like really dive into statistics, if you're really going that route, some of these people that you think might not really be deserving, if you go back and look at that, might change your thinking. I think the Baseball Hall of Fame isn't just about somebody's statistics. In my mind, I feel like it's their overall impression that they put on the baseball, on the MLB like community.
Well, I mean, did you see the announcement that they did for this past one? Before they disclosed the person, Scott Rolen, they said that the Baseball Writers Association of America, they based their voting on performance, character, integrity, both on the field and off. So I mean, it's like now they're voting to determine what requirements need to be met in order to actually get into Cooperstown, which, I mean, there's still a couple of writers that has been around, hell, even when we were still probably in diapers or whatever the case may be, that are still set in their ways about what it takes to actually get into the hall. but then, you know, they as these new riders come up and they get tagged to make a vote or whatever, they want to start adding new requirements. I mean, now who's to say, you know, and I'm just being a fool, who's to say at some point they're gonna be like, okay, you can only get in now if your credit score is over 600. You know, it's getting ridiculous to the point where I don't think what I do on my off time should depict whether or not I'm taking my place with other baseball greats, because it's the Baseball Hall of Fame, not the overall person Hall of Fame.
You also ever think, like, it always like depends on who's on the ballot as well, and what I mean by that, like, I feel like they can vote or not vote for whoever they want. It's not like there's a minimum, like you got to vote for 5 people, you got to vote. You can vote for one
you
person.
Just can't. You're able to vote up to 10 people.
Yeah. So, you know, the years that like Mariano Rivera or Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, people that were generally like instantly going to get in kind of thing.
Poster boys. Yeah.
That like people vote for them, don't vote for anybody else. And that same voter the next year, okay, now none of those people are on the ballot. Now they're voting for other people that they didn't vote for the year before. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that there's so many factors that in this whole voting thing, these like for the Baseball Hall of Fame, that kind of don't make sense to me, but you know, it is what it is. The candidates this year candidates were on the 2023 Hall of Fame ballot, guys. Just to give you some perspective here, we have Bobby Abreu. It was his 4th year on the ballot. Carlos Beltran, big one this year, was his 1st year on the ballot, and he didn't even come close. We were curious on how that was gonna play out. For a number of reasons. His whole conspiracy thing with the whole Houston Astros, you know, he was on the Red Sox. He was with the Red Sox at the time, but his whole place in that, his statistics, you know, here and there, but it played out the way I kind of thought it was going to. Thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to take Beltran and A-Rod because they're fairly new to the whole Hall of Fame ballot thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Rodriguez last year on his first look, he was at 34.7% votes. Okay. He only went up 1% in 2023. Carlos Beltran, his first year, he's already at 46.5%. So that tells me that, yes, some of the writers took 2017 into consideration to place their vote, but then you got others that based it primarily and solely on his contributions to the game as a player, mind you, because I don't personally think what you do as managerial staff, if you will, or even as an advisor should determine your eligibility as a player, because you're not going in as a coach or whatever. You're trying to go in as a player.
100%. That's a huge point you just made there. Like that sometimes these Hall of Fame voter stuff like just irritate me. But just to continue on with that list, Mark Balleur, I'm not going to pronounce his name right. I'm sorry. 3rd year on the ballot. Todd Helton, 5th year on the ballot. Torrey Hunter, 3rd year on the ballot. Andrew Jones, 6th year on the ballot. Jeff Kent, it was his 10th and final year on the ballot. He will not be going into the Hall of Fame from the BBWAA. Yeah. Now there's the eras committee. That's a possibility now, and that we saw that from Fred McGriff. But I don't. Jeff Kent to me didn't make enough of an impression in baseball, and I was talking to you guys earlier about impressions. That I don't see Jeff Kent personally getting into the Hall of Fame. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. We also have Andy Pettit, 5th year on the ballot, and your boy A-Rod,
Yeah.
2nd year on the ballot. What was his percentage increase?
He only rose 1%.
1%. So his PED situation's just a huge effect on him. He's probably
and right
sitting
now, according to MLB analysts and everybody, he is the last Mohican of the PED era.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, he wasn't even on the Mitchell report.
And that's where I get back to impressions. It's just
it's like let's disregard his 3 MVPs, him being 5th all time on the home run list, him winning a World Series, all these things that he's actually done. And yes, the chat's gonna roast me on those accolades were PED influenced. Now I'm gonna challenge you, chat, with this. Let's go ahead and take 30% or 33% of all his accolades that he has currently. He is still a Hall of Famer. I guarantee you. Change my mind.
You're not wrong. And Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire, Jose Canseco. I mean, that I don't know. I feel it's not what you did. It's who likes you. So, Jimmy Rollins. I'm going to go on with the list here. Jimmy Rollins, 2nd year on the ballot. Gary Sheffield, 9th year on the ballot. I guess, I don't know. I must have a skewed perception of Gary Sheffield. I just feel like growing up, like he was like good. I gotta sit down and look at Gary Sheffield's statistics. I don't know. I feel like he's a Hall of Famer, and I must be missing something. Statistics. He might have just stuck in my mind for some reason or another. Manny Ramirez. He's sitting next to your boy Alex Rodriguez right now. I feel like with it was his 7th year on the ballot. Here we go. Scott Rolen, who did get in. It was his 6th year. We got Omar Vizquez, 6th year on the ballot, and Billy Wagner, 8th year on the ballot. I mean, there's some pretty good names on this list that they've been on here for a while. That it's like I said, it's all like a perception kind of feel.
Now, I don't know if you have the list up, but what are your thoughts on those that came up under 5% voting? For example, I'm going to throw a couple of names at you. You got R.A. Dickey. You got Jacoby Ellsbury. You have Jared Weaver, Jason Worth. I mean, yeah, they weren't elite, but I mean, I think they performed still at a high level.
I agree with you, but I feel like the Hall of Fame needs to be either way more stricter or really more lenient.
It needs to be standardized.
To make sense to me. I feel like you need to be freaking legend status to be in the Hall of Fame, or or based purely off of statistics, and have like cutoff literally cutoff marks on what would get you in and what wouldn't get you in.
And I'm on board with you on that. And you know what's the problem with the way voting is handled? Your actual ballot has one set of requirements that apparently Fred McGriff did not meet, but yet he met the Veterans Committee. What was it that the Veterans Committee saw in him that the actual voters, the writers, did not? Okay.
Yeah.
So you could have individuals like Manny Ramirez, Gary Sheffield, Alex Rodriguez. If they don't make it in their 10 years, the chances of them actually making it in the Veterans Committee are a lot greater than this 10-year eligibility with the Writers Association. So does that tell me, okay, I know how the writers feel about me. I'll just write out these 10 years, wait till after year 10, then I'll have the opportunity increased to be voted in by my own peers who have actually competed against me or competed with me.
There's a comment. There's a discussion going on in the chat right now that I've got to address. Pete Rose should 100% be a Hall of Famer. And
you a fool to think he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
If you think otherwise, with all the other stuff that's going on, if he was betting on his own team, maybe. But because maybe there's a possibility of him throwing games and what have you. But I don't. The whole thing with Pete Rose and what he did, why he wouldn't have just. I wasn't raised, or I don't, what was going on during that time and era, but why he wouldn't have been fined or suspended, he probably was. Actually, I'm sorry.
I have a theory. 1919 Chicago Black Sox.
Yeah, but they threw their own game. He didn't. He was betting on
baseball. Still a form of betting.
Yeah, 100%. My argument is he wasn't betting on his own team, he was betting on other baseball. He was betting, Now I feel like there's a line between if it's your own team where there's a possibility you're throwing games or skewing your game or whatever to benefit in the bets. Right. I get that, but if he's not betting on his own team, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't get it.
I mean, they're still holding that against him, but yet, you've got, what is it, DraftKings that's sponsoring MLB?
Mm-hmm.
We're at a day and age. We're at a day and age right now where people are betting on games religiously.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to talk about Scott Rolen's statistics real quick because I went back and looked at
what he's done for us.
All right, Scott Rolen did get 8 Gold Gloves as a third baseman. That's the 4th most ever for a third baseman. So it's pretty high up on the list. That's decent right there. His WAR, the biggest argument I feel like they're using for him as a Hall of Fame candidate is his WAR. It was 70.1. That's best. That's ninth best. Ninth best among all third basemen ever. Mm-hmm. That's a huge number to me too. He was a big dude, 6'4", 245 pounds, but built like a linebacker. I was reading this out of different article here, but you go back and watch some of his highlights. The guy can move on third base. You got to be, It says that he only finished in the top 10 of MVP votes one time. I hate that, top 10. To me, you're in the MVP or you are.
You either win it or you don't.
Yes, 100%. 314 career home runs and a 490 slugging percentage. So now, don't get me wrong; these are huge outlays. I think he was a good player, but this is just feels a little Harold Bainish to me. I don't know.
So basically what you're saying is, off of what you're reading is he met none of the milestones. 500 home runs, 3,000 hits. He ain't do none of that.
Yeah.
How many World Series does he have?
Oh, shoot. Let's see. Scrolling down here. Oh. Okay, I did come up. Okay, career batting average 281, 364 on base percentage. I already said 1,287 RBIs, 2,000 and some hits, 8-time Gold Glove,
okay,
7-time All-Star, 7-time All-Star. That's
pretty decent. That's respectable.
Yeah. He was the 1997 Rookie of the Year. And okay, hit 421 with a 1.213 OPS in the 2006 World Series title with the Cardinals.
Okay,
so
he's got.
I'm thinking, what's that?
So it sounds like he's got one ring.
One ring, and that's 421 in the World Series, like in the postseason. That's
your numbers are automatically inflated in any series. Let's talk
about
postseason.
To me, that sounds like he came up clutch though when it counted. When I hear that, that's what I hear. But I know some people I hear different. So,
well, I mean, if you want to go that route, who was I'm trying to think. It was actually the 2009 World Series, and I think the Yankees were playing the Phillies. Who was that monster that the Phillies had that was just knocking home runs left and right? I cannot remember his name, but throughout the series, I think he hit like 7 home runs.
Yeah. You talking about the World Series that just happened?
No. I'm talking about for 2009.
2009? Oh, somebody in the chat is going to...
Chase Utley. There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny. Yes. Chase Utley was a monster in that series, and he got no recognition for it.
Other people are saying Ryan Howard. Now I don't remember.
No, it was actually Chase Utley.
It was Chase Utley? Okay.
It was Chase Utley.
Ryan.
I'm going Howard with the resident Philly fan there, ripping for rookies.
I just saw this other fun little snippet here. In the history of baseball, there are only 9 other players with a WAR of 70 or greater who have been eligible for the Hall of Fame. And you know who's on that list?
A-Rod.
Yeah.
I know. I think A-Rod's WAR is like 117 or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah. I don't know. So, anyways.
I just think the whole voting system needs to be refined.
Yes.
And the commissioner, between the commissioner and the president of the Baseball Hall of Fame need to get together and standardize it.
Yeah, they need to do something. I think about
too much power.
When I think about the commissioner and stuff like that, I just everything they do, like I just don't understand it. Oh, fun fact, did you know that YouTube TV, like people that use it for their television service like Hulu and what have you, dropped the MLB? That just happened. So I that's a whole blackouts. Well, man, we should talk about that on the podcast sometime. Like the whole restrictions, the marketing, whoever does the marketing for MLB and stuff, God bless America. Like I don't even know what's going on. So, yes. Okay. Hall of Fame stuff, you guys. Let me know what we got going on here. Okay, let's talk about some baseball cards, my man. Let's talk about the hobby. Let's talk about some things. Let's have some fun there.
Yeah.
Topps Gilded came out. I wanted to talk about Topps Gilded because I've been watching it. It's
awesome. More Chrome.
More Topps Chrome. I know. How many Topps Chrome products do we need to come out with to join hands across America to Topps? I appreciate all you do. There's too many Topps Chrome products this year, and then you didn't do Topps Chrome Stadium Club, but you come out with Topps Chrome Cosmic and Topps Chrome Sonic is coming on, and I don't know. So the Topps Gilded set is a 5-card pack with guaranteed 2 autos. You open it up, you got 1 gold framed auto in a pack. You got another pack of cards that's got an auto in it. I've seen a lot of them that have had 2 autos in it.
Now the numbering is less than 199.
I was gonna say they're all numbered 199 or less.
Yeah.
The cards are gorgeous. I have not seen any in person. I will probably, me personally, pick up maybe 1 or 2 singles on the whole aftermarket eBay train because the starting price was around $400. They're probably up to about $600 now. Looking on different sites, that's an average. It's a lot of money.
I blame people like Phil Spolz who speak so highly of it.
some people are all about high end, and I'm starting to understand that. I get that. Sort of. I sort of get that.
I mean, if we had retired baseball player money, maybe.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I'm glad Phil's Pulls does what he does, because I can watch him open that stuff up, because I sure ain't doing it.
Yeah.
So, see, it's a beautiful cards pulled out of that set. The checklist is huge on that, because they don't have just current players. They've got lots of retired players and stars in there too. I've seen good autos and I've seen rough autos. It's pretty common. It's a beautiful set. Price tag, of course, a little high for my taste, but hey, you guys definitely, I would recommend checking them out, watching YouTube videos on it, checking them out, because they are nice to look at.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think I'm still waiting on. So Topps Gold label still hasn't come out yet. Not a super like resellable product, but it's something that I personally think is really nice looking, that comes out every year. I enjoy it. I like gold framed autos. I think they're kind of nice. They're really, you feel like you've got something valuable when you've got one of those. They're really nice, heavy card. It's got, cool thing like that. I was talking to you earlier. I always like to watch people open Topps Dynasty. That's a 1-card pack. Usually it's a autoed card with a really nice patch. Usually around the $5. I bet you it's probably going to be $500 to $700 a box this year for 1 card. It's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Zach Collectibles, thank you for saying that. Topps Update paper better than Chrome this year, 100%.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Topps Update, I think, has been the funnest thing for me to open this year. I said it.
Who was it? It was Don't Talk to Robots. I think he dubbed me the king of update, because I've opened so much of it.
Dude, for reals.
Hey, I mean, it's
affordable.
It's affordable. You're getting quality out of it. And I think you mentioned this before. You can compare it to your 2018, your 2011. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's not. I really like that set. I do compare it to 2011, 2018 because of the rookie class. The rookie class as of right now, can't beat it. The only major difference is the printing numbers on that. They print. I mean, this
print run was completely different between 11 and now.
Oh yeah, I always, in my opinion, of course, 2011 will be Trout, but 2011, 2018 should always offer a higher premium. It should always cost more than whatever 2022 Topps Update turns out to be. I've seen it's one of the products too, where like if you find hangers, like I've watched on Ped's card collection, all the hangers he's opened this year, and just amazing card. It's just
Step in the Box is another one.
It's a really satisfying product. It's something that you can open, not break the bank on it, and chances are you're going to get something out of that you're going to feel good about it.
I even got a retail box coming in.
Awesome. Another one.
Yes.
Nice. I know. I need to order another jumbo. It was just so fun. I did order a couple jumbos of 2023, which is available, y'all, for purchasing now. It doesn't come out until the 16th, knock on wood. It did come out. I saw somebody in our Discord posted it was available on Target.com for pre-sale. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't come out till the 16th, but it was like blaster boxes were available on Target. And we were talking about whether this is going to be good this year or not. And I'm like, you know what?
What are your expectations of Series 1?
They're not. So they're not as high as they were for 2022 Series 1, which we saw what happened with Series 1 of 2022. It did decline, but at the time, it was exciting because of the Wander Franco in it. And the thing of it is, if you collect baseball cards, you always want this flagship product. I feel like Series 1 is just something, no matter how hard you try, you got to be excited about it. It's the new product. It's the new design, any rookie that's halfway decent in there, you want that flagship rookie card. That's, so I can't help it. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
Excited about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the new product. I can't help myself. So, that's what I got. How about you? What are your thoughts?
As far as I know, Adley Rutschman is supposed to be in Series 1, and there's another key rookie that's going to be in there. I just can't remember his name, but I think that's only going to be the only highlights that's going to be the wow factor of it, with the exception of a new design.
The new design, Michael Harris for the Braves. Some people have talked to me about. Oh God, I feel like there's another Oriole. Michael Harris. People are talking about that.
Reigning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. There's more, and I can't think of it right now because Adley Rutschman does stick out the most in my mind.
And I mean, your current rookies will end up in there with rookie cups.
Card Hobbyist said it. I think. Did he come up? Michael.
Gunnar Henderson.
We've got Lockman with Riley Green, Vinny Pasquantino, maybe Gunnar. Yeah, there's the one that sticks out the most, though, to me, Adley Rutschman. So, cool. Man.
I didn't see Brooke Jacoby's name in there, Slappy.
Yeah. So, that's my thoughts on hobby news for this week. How about you, Mr. Fuego? Do you have anything else you'd like to talk about before I bring on our very, very special guest?
Well, what we got going on that's up and coming, obviously you got Series 1, and you've got, obviously we didn't learn from last year, we've got we got 2 products dropping on the same day. You got Series 1, and then you got Leaf Metal. Okay, and then 2 days later, they got something called 2022 Topps Archive Snapshots Baseball.
Ooh, I've purchased that in previous years. That's nothing crazy, but it is a fun little subset that I enjoy. Only available. I imagine that's only available on Topps, and then
more than likely.
Then that's not something that goes out in the stores.
But other than that, none. I mean, there's really nothing to write home about.
Cool. I'm also going to mention this now, and I'm going to mention this at the end of the podcast, guys. We will not be on next weekend as all. We're taking another weekend off. Thank you. I know it's my fault again. So we get another weekend off of the podcast, but that just means we're going to work extra special hard on the following week for the next podcast. Mr. Infuego and I have been working really hard to get a lot of different people on the show, different guests, different people in the hobby to come on and talk about stuff with us. And so we've got an exciting lineup we're working on. So, right now,
I guess the schedule's pretty full for the next few weeks.
Yeah. If not, I told you today I got to start writing the schedule out because I feel like we're up to 2 months out now. So, no big deal. Flex. Okay. So, you guys, I would love to let you know who our special guest is. I am so thankful, so happy that we got the one, the only Rocky from Red Dad and B-Dog. You all know and love him. Let's get him on here.
What's going on, everybody?
What is going on, Rocky? Thank you again so much for coming on today. How you doing today?
I'm awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm super excited about this. Spent a lot of time pulling some cards out to show off, and just happy as ever to be here. Appreciate you both so much.
There's no pressure, even though right now this segment is all about you. But just be yourself. Just look at it as a regular live stream.
You guys, if you guys don't know Rocky from Rad Dad and B Dog on YouTube, definitely check it out. He does all kinds of card openings with his two boys, Rad, and then when they can find him, B Dog.
Yeah.
And Rad, they also have a lot of baseball, Little League. It's not Little League. Is he still Little League, or is he? What's the next?
True.
Up?
So, we have 2 seasons because we're in Arizona, right? So in the fall, we have what's called Cal Ripken baseball, which is set up like a Little League. But right now, yeah, he actually just had evaluations today for his last Little League season since he just turned 12. So
awesome.
We got one more run at the state tournament this year and see if we can make it to Williamsport.
That's freaking awesome. And you guys, he's a good freaking ball player. That boy can hit, and he's a catcher too, yeah?
Yep,
yeah.
He catches, he pitches. Yep, he plays a little bit everywhere.
And as a disclaimer, because of certain members of the community that we got in here, we was actually able to come together and actually sponsor the team so that they can do great things on the field. And because of Rocky, they ended up having a end of season party, which based off the videos that Rocky posted, everybody had a good time, and that was satisfying enough for me.
It was great, and honestly, it wasn't because of me the end of the season party happened. I mean, I put it all together, but without the sponsorship that and the love we got from the car community, that would have never happened. So many good things came out of that sponsorship, from our field rentals to equipment to hitting the batting cages to having that end of the year party. It was a fantastic season. It really was. It was great.
I freaking love that. I love
being a part of it.
I love the whole. This is like the card community at its finest right here, of us like supporting each other and like all the different things that went on with that, like the razzes, the fundraisers, all that. Like it was awesome. I love the videos of him playing like baseball. It's just, you can't beat it. You can't beat this card community.
It's been fantastic.
With that, just for anybody that's new in the chat or new listening to the podcast, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Rocky? Tell us your channel, how you got into card collecting. Give us a rundown.
Sure. So, like Adrian said, collect with 2 of my boys. Well, at least as much as I can. One of my boys is almost guaranteed to be there, and then B Dog he does his own thing, so he comes and goes when he chooses. But no, honestly, I got to give it to Rad for getting me back into the hobby. As a kid, I collected with my dad. But, of course, like many of us, I got away from it, right? Teenage years happened, interested in other things. Even though I was still playing baseball as a teenager, collecting cards just kind of fell off my radar, right? And it really didn't get back on my radar until, Rad had already been playing for a couple years. And 1 year before Christmas, he said, "Hey, Dad, I want some baseball cards for Christmas." And I'm like, "Oh, man, that's a great idea. I used to collect when I was a kid." And bought him some cards, and man, that was
all it took.
That fire was back in me. It lit a fire in him, and we started collecting. But as far as how our channel got started, because we had collected for a little over a year before we started a channel, and of course, thanks to COVID, we couldn't play baseball, right? We couldn't do the things we wanted to do. Right. And Dad actually came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, since we can't play baseball, can we start a YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Well, I don't really know nothing about that, but it's free to start. I know that. I know it doesn't cost anything other than getting a camera and doing whatever you got to do on your
setting up an account."
So yeah, let's do it. Let's open up an account and let's. And at first, it was just Rad and Dad. At the time, B Dog was too young to really join us. But as that, as years went on, he wanted to get more and more involved. So we changed the name, of course, it was Rad and Dad and B Dog. And then with him kind of being intermittent, we decided to play around with the name and change it to Rad and Dad and Where's B Dog.
Freaking love it. So I did ask you, everybody's got a different team in your household. That's how my household was growing up. You got the A's hat going on, and you had the story about the Angels. I asked you about that, and then your youngest is a Diamondback fan, which makes sense. You guys are in Arizona, right. And then Rad somehow, I don't know how you let this happen.
It's not a proud dad moment. Let's just call it what it is. But yes, Rad is an Astros fan.
And for anybody listening, we are all just teasing. We're all just teasing. We're just joking. We're just poking fun. We're just poking.
And he
fun.
loves it. He actually loves the jabbing back and forth. He's all for it. In many streams and on different channels with different people, there's been a lot of jabs thrown back and forth, and he'll throw them right back.
I was gonna say
he'll take it. He'll give it back. So, and one thing I love about him is that through the scandal, right? Look, we all know what happened. People aren't perfect. Cheating's been
He's a loyal fan.
Sports through all time. Okay, we know all the things that happened, but what Rad did do is go ahead and decide to stick with his team. And I know for me that hits home because I've been with my team since I was a little kid, and nothing has changed that. When we're talking about, Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco and all the steroids and all the bad press about the A's and okay, but I still collect those guys, and that's still my team, and it's never going to change it for me. And he's very much the same.
I do have mad respect for that. That's there's so many people that like bandwagon people, but yeah, he's stuck with his team and he can belt out the comebacks.
Yes,
just as good as some of these grown men on this channel on these channels. I tell you what. So I love it. I love it. So, I'm trying to think. You guys, if you guys have any more questions in the chat, just let us know. But I think without further ado, Rocky, if you want to get into your collection, we are.
Floor is all yours.
Hey, let's do it. I'll switch this camera around here in a minute. We'll start showing off some cards. Of course, I'm going to have I brought out some Shohei cards. I've recently hit 504 unique Shohei Ohtanis. So I made my goal this year of making sure I had over 500 unique Ohtanis. Been working on it for several years now, since 2018.
How did the Ohtani thing start?
So when Rad said, let's get some baseball cards, the first thing we ended up getting was actually 2018 update. So we got into collecting right at the end of 2018.
Not a bad time.
Yeah, not a bad time to get into it. We didn't do it then, but it was a good time. We opened a lot of stuff from 2018 where it was very affordable back then. But in that first box we opened, I actually have that card here to show. We pulled the gold Ohtani rookie card from update.
Ooh.
And it just seemed like from then on, I just kept pulling Ohtanis. And at some point, I decided to really start to go after it and start buying off of eBay. And it actually helped that he got hurt for a little while because his card prices kind of dropped a lot. So I was able to pick up a lot of stuff at that time and low-numbered stuff as well. So that was nice.
Do you still have the gold Ohtani?
Oh, it's in here.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be one of the cards I'll show. Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
And, of course, though, I have a couple of my other main PC guys. Ramon Laureano for my A's is my current PC guy that's currently playing right now. Love collecting his autographs. One reason is I can get him at a great price because, unfortunately, he's another PED guy and his value dropped, right? And he made a mistake. But, hey, I'm riding with my dude, so it is what it is. He's a great player.
He's your player.
Yeah.
And he's my player.
There you go.
He just is, And then a little bit of Jim Abbott, a little bit of Cal Ripken Jr. to show off. So,
okay.
Without further ado, let's switch this camera around.
Let's get it.
So, real quick, Rocky, while you're showing the stuff off, you consider yourself a hardcore Ohtani fan?
Oh, without a doubt.
Here's a trivia question for you then.
Okay.
How many unique cards in total to date does Ohtani have?
Oh man, I haven't looked this up, but it's a lot. I'm gonna have to go with,
that's a fair answer right there.
I'm sitting at 504, and I know there's so many sets and parallels that I'm missing. I'm gonna have to go with 2,500.
Close
cards.
Close. He's actually sitting at around 2,350.
Okay, yeah. Definitely not surprised by that number at all.
I had to look it up myself before we even got into this.
Where did you get that statistic? That's amazing.
Well, somebody's always counting, right? Like there's a person somewhere who's counting everything.
There's a website for everything.
Yeah. I mean, you name it. You can, if you're looking for the information, you can find it. Magnus said 20 billion.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I would have thought he was like close to being right too. All right. Oh, I'm gonna give you full screen.
Sure.
Buddy.
Either way, start off with some relics that I've collected. A couple of these I bought. Some I've gotten in breaks.
Nice.
Some are gifts. And the card community, as we all know, is amazing with gifting cards to people. As a matter of fact, I have several stacks here around me. One for Mr. Infuego that needs to go out soon. But yeah, some of these I've gotten in here are gifts, and I'll point those out when I come up to them. But so
nice.
Just some of the nicer regular base cards that are my favorites here, and then of course we'll start with the numbered showcase out of 999, out of 999. So here we go.
There you go.
Nice.
So, and believe it or not, as you can see, you might not be able to see this top load is pretty scratched up, but the corner of this card isn't in great shape, and it came out of the pack that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this was really the one that got me started right here.
Yeah, that's a nice.
Yeah,
that's a nice card, man.
Yeah. So, always love that card. Always will. And I ended up, of course, in the Series 1 came out when he had his the following year in 19 with his Cup card, and I ended up pulling 2 of those gold Cup cards as well.
Very cool. I got a question from the chat asking when your last MLB game was that you went to.
The last MLB game, actually, so I didn't get a chance to go to any Diamondbacks games last year. So the last MLB game I went to would have been Angels Padres spring training last year.
All right,
Nice.
cool.
And I hope to get to some spring training this year.
Look at that Phoenix.
This Phoenix is numbered to 299.
Sweet.
Another one out of 299. Oh, that's a 199.
199.
So for your Ohtani collection, do you prefer licensed product, or does it really even matter?
As you're about to see here, it really doesn't matter.
Nice.
That one's also hard to see, but that one's also out of 199. No, I'll take them all. I actually really, really like some of the Panini products, like Select, for instance, right?
Yeah. One thing about Panini, they know how to come up with some designs.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do. I mean, that right there, logos are not on the helmet. That's just a beautiful card.
It is.
You know? Now, some of the stuff, like these plain scores, obviously that's not my favorite card, but it's numbered, so I put it in here. But Score is a pretty, generic-looking product, I think, overall.
Mm-hmm.
But, of course, some of them, right, like here we go, getting back into the Prism Donuts.
Yeah.
Just absolutely gorgeous cards,
So what was the biggest Ohtani you've ever pulled?
So that I have ever pulled, well, in a break. So it's tough to say what you've pulled, because like when people say that, it's like, well, was it a card pulled for you in a break, or like a personal pull out of a box? So for me, a personal pull out of a box would still have to be that gold rookie.
Okay.
I have sweet short prints and stuff that I pulled of his as well personally.
Right.
But then from a box pull done for me by someone else, we're going to see that card here real soon.
Okay. And that was going to be my next one. So with that said, what is the biggest Ohtani in your PC?
Well, I would have to go with the biggest one being the autograph card that I have. I actually have 2 autos.
Uh-huh.
One is a TTM I acquired in a trade from none other than Bud Stoney.
Oh, nice.
And the other auto I have, which is a licensed product auto, I bought off of Tommy's Breaks.
So rumor has it Ohtani's going to be in pinstripes in 2024. What are your thoughts about going to the Bronx?
So I'm glad you brought that up, because I do want to continue to collect Ohtani. But I will have a problem if he's wearing Dodger blue or Yankee blue.
He's still Shohei.
He is, but so far in my collection, I've only given one guy the pass that I'm okay with being a Yankee, and that's none other than Jim Abbott.
Okay. That's a respectable name.
I don't even like to collect Ricky Henderson stuff when he was in.
100%. Me too. I'm the same way.
What kind of collectors are y'all?
Dude, we're bitter. We're bitter.
Yeah. Since my team is a farm team for your team, I'm a little bitter about it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, man, that one's sick. The green.
Yeah, 99.
Nice.
Ooh, you got an Independence Day?
Snap.
An then an Independence Day. This was actually gifted. I wish I could remember who. You know what I always said I should have done is put a little note on the back of who gave me a card when they gave it to me, and I never started doing that. But this was actually gifted to me by a card community member right here. So that's,
if they're in the chat, they'll know.
They'll pop off. That's right. Well, that one's out of 75. This one's out, I think, 60. No, that's another 75. This checkerboard is out of 75. This prism is out of 60 on the numbers game. I tried to work on this rainbow for a while, but they made a lot of these parallels.
Okay.
Snap.
Another one out of 60, and then we got
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day dugout.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice one. But then my really lower numbered stuff here. We got this one out of 50 as well from Chronicles. We got a limited out of 50. Shout out to Jeremy, Cards fan, 2011. Hooked me up with this one here. This one's out of 50. We got the season ticket green. That's numbered out of 50.
Ooh, nasty patch in that.
Yeah, 3 colors.
And this one's numbered out of 17.
Wow.
That's sick.
This was a first off the line Diamond King.
That's sick.
We got this gold select.
Nice.
That's numbered out of 10.
Is that like field level? Is that what they do on those ones? Oh man, that's
10
awesome.
of 10.
Oh, eBay 101.
eBay 101. No, this was a sensation, so it wasn't broken down as field level.
Ohtani 6'4"?
Say what?
Oh,
Ohtani
probably
6'4"?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a tall dude. Yeah.
They don't make them big in Japan.
And now, I think a toss-up of between two of the best cards ever pulled for me by another channel would be these two. Hollis pulled me this Ben Baller Chrome Rose Gold.
That is nice.
That's numbered out of 10.
Wow.
But I also have this downtown.
Ooh.
That was pulled by Firestarter Breaks. We all know him as John or the Beast.
Those are bangers.
Downtown. So those are two just absolute bangers right there.
So here's the obvious question, Rock. Why are they not in slabs?
So, okay, I mean, you know what? And hey, it's a great question. And I do have some slabs I'm going to show off next of Ohtani. And the best answer I have is because I'm a collector on a budget, right? Baller on a budget.
I think that's all of us.
And that's what it comes down to. I've actually never sent a card off for grading. I've got some graded cards gifted to me. I've bought some graded cards. I've never sent cards off for grading, probably because I have such a problem with buying product and getting into breaks that I really don't have the extra money without, my wife wanting to leave me to send off to get cards graded. So one day I hope to do that. I'm just not in the position to do it right now.
Okay.
Fair.
The 9.5 holiday rookie.
That's nice.
We got the 9.5 rookie from High Tech.
Sweet.
I got that one at a super good price. We got the 9.5 Bowman Sterling. That's a 2019 card.
45 of 99.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice one. And then we
got some donuts.
26 out of 99.
10. That's
10.
nice.
Beautiful in black.
Yeah.
This, shout out to Brandon Jensen. Brandon Jensen gifted me this card graded.
Dude.
This is a $550 card the last time I looked. Like, it's, I mean, like I said, the generosity we see in this card community is next to none. It helps restore my faith in humanity. It's one of the reasons why I love this card community so much is the people. Cards are cool, right? We all love cards, but the people is what make our group so special.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah,
we don't call Brandon Jensen the GOAT for nothing, man.
Exactly. Because I think some idiot just gave you not too long ago a second-year Mike Trout.
That is correct. I do have a second-year Mike Trout in the collection. I did not break that one out. But
that card is gorgeous.
Yeah, I like that.
This was gifted to me by some of you might know him. He's not on YouTube anymore, but this was Papa J.
Oh, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
Papa J.
Papa J is also an Ohtani collector, and he found out I was. And I when he had his channel going, I frequented his channel a lot, got to know a lot of great people from his channel. He's since moved on to Loop and does a lot of his stuff on Loop.
Nice.
But when he found out, he sent this to me in one of the packages when I got into some breaks with him. And another great guy, right? Very generous, very giving. Papa J Cards. He was one of the best on YouTube for a while. So
Awesome.
he wasn't the most knowledgeable guy about baseball cards, but he was very community oriented.
Do you know who he's associated with on Loop?
Oh, it's still Papa J.
It's Papa J. Okay,
He has his own card shop now near San Francisco.
Okay.
This is another Panini 10 I picked up. It's from AAG, so I've never heard of them before, but it's a 10.
Still a 10.
Yep, I like it.
And then I am super hooked on these either Project 100s.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Or the Project 70s. I love them.
Those are cool.
I can't stop buying them. One day, I don't have all the Project 70s, but I do have all the 100s, so I'm trying to get all the 70s eventually. But I just,
those are so fun.
So many cool designs. Like this one's one of my favorites here. We got the Matrix design.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
That's just a nasty looking card.
Yeah.
This this MVP one right here.
Nice.
So here's a random one for you, Rock.
Yes.
You're a diehard Ohtani fan, and clearly we can see that.
Yes.
Are you into video games?
Love some video games. I am very much into.
So
not as much as I was when I was younger, but I am into video games.
So you know who was on the cover of MLB The Show 22, right?
Correct. I do.
Do you have a copy of that?
And you know what? That's funny. I actually don't have a copy of that game.
Because you know who's on the cover.
Yes.
Okay, I figured you would want to add that to your collection as well.
Yeah, I do. I would. The problem with it is, even though it was him, and it should have been reason enough to get the game, I don't buy the game every year because I feel like it's kind of not worth it. Until a couple years goes by, and they make some major changes to the game.
Yeah.
So I had just bought the years before that version, so I didn't go out and get it. I still might because they're still readily available in the stores, like the collector's edition I saw the other day. So I might pick it up one day, but as of now, I don't have it in my collection.
Nice.
And then real quick, this was gifted by Steve Rademacher. Shout out, Steve. This is a Ricky Henderson auto.
Nice.
Legit. That's
it's actually
awesome.
numbered out of 19.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And he gifted that to me a couple Christmases ago. So just
very awesome, Steve. Very
and
cool.
I know we're getting low on time.
Oh, no worries. No rush, man.
So one of my other PCs is a small PC, but I really love Ripken.
Okay.
And
Who doesn't?
There's a reason why, even more so than his playing ability and his records to me. If you see that date there on his MLB debut,
yeah,
I was born that day.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So on the day I was born, Cal Ripken Jr. made his major league debut.
That is freaking awesome.
So wait a minute. You're younger than me?
I'll be 42 this year, brother.
Damn,
he's younger than both of us, of course. Of course.
But yeah, so it's always like, to me, that's a special connection, right?
That's
I mean,
cool.
Cal Ripken doesn't know it, but
yeah.
I always thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And of course, quickly, we'll show off. I have a sealed commemorative set of Cal as well.
Oh, wow.
Very cool.
I try to get some. I have one other set of Cal sealed. I don't remember where I put it, but I know I have one. It's a much smaller box than this. But I like stuff like that that's not open. That, there's nothing crazy in there, but.
Oh, the Jim Abbott's. Sick.
Gifted to me by the Beast as well, right here.
Nice.
I just picked this up. It does have the B and his name is crossed out. This is from the new Stadium Club.
Oh.
So there was a defect out of the pack, but because of that, the dude sold it for super cheap. Numbered out at 25. I want to say I got it for like $12. So,
that's legit. He's got a nice autograph. That's cool.
PC, I'll take that all day. And then a couple recent pickups here. This one is hard to read, but first 2000. So first 2000 print run on that one. This USA baseball is numbered to 299 die cut.
Nice.
And then, of course, some other autos and patches
Gypsy
I have.
Queen.
Oh, Jimmy boy.
That is freaking awesome.
Love Jim Abbott.
Yeah.
And the last PC guy, this is my newest pickup of Laureano, but we'll just kind of run through some of these and
Nice.
show off these
orange
25 out of 99.
Color match.
Out of
Sick.
150. Another one out of
rainbow.
150. There's your base. There's the refractor. Here's since Adam did it so big, I can't do it like him, but I had to bring one of one to the party.
There you go.
Dig it.
Had to bring one.
That is legit.
But I do have this rainbow.
Oh, snap.
So there's the 25. There's the 99. There's the pink firework. I had 2 pink firework actually. And just a refractor version. And if there are any more of those, I've looked and I haven't found any.
Nice. The aqua.
There's the aqua, and then the one that Adrian sent me.
It's nice.
Awesome.
And then this bad boy right here.
That's a nasty patch.
Nasty
patch right there. Numbered out of
10.
Just a sick. I got some more sick patches coming in too in the mail. But real quick, here's some more just nasty patchwork.
Oh,
man.
God.
Just
flawless, man.
These
They
flawless
make such a
cards
product.
are just insane,
Yeah.
And a disclaimer for those of you who like to listen in on the podcast on Spotify or your listening platforms, take a moment to go onto YouTube to check out the visuals. You're missing out.
Yeah, especially when it comes to someone showing off their collection.
Yeah.
If you didn't go back and watch Adams, you definitely missed out there.
Yes, you did.
I know. I'm thinking about doing a different segment, like cutting out the card collection portion of the podcast and reposting that once I get people's approvals and stuff like that, because these collections are so much fun to look through. Love it when people come on and share. That's sick right there.
You get to see stuff that you haven't seen before, and somebody and the actual owner takes pride in.
Out of 10, we got a PSA 10 Topps Chrome Purple rookie auto. Oh,
wait, another one.
No auto on this one, but a pink refractor 10.
And it's pink. How about that?
It's not pink.
Of course,
it's
the base.
Nice. Very nice.
So that's a quick rundown of some of my PC stuff. You got to love who you collect, right?
Definitely.
And go after them hard when you can go after them,
So cool. So cool.
So I will flip my camera back around.
Cool. Let's go back here. There we go. Rocky, that was sick, man. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, dude.
That.
Dig it.
Thank you for letting me.
Rocky, I'm gonna kick you back screen. We're gonna probably wrap up the pod show, but hang out. We want to talk to you afterwards if you got time.
I do.
And
real quick, you got anything coming up, Brock?
Tomorrow I'm if all plans shake out well, like late morning my time, which I'm in Arizona, so a couple hours before the East Coast. But I need to do a live mail day. I got some packages. I've got a package from Adrian here I need to get into. I got several packages from the card community. So keep a lookout if you're free. If you ain't got nothing to do, you want to hang out for a little while. I'll probably, if plans go right, I'll probably actually be on for well over an hour opening packages. So stop in, hang out for a while, say hi, see what we picked up from the card community.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rocky. Guys, if I have a mod that could put his link in the comments, that's awesome. Otherwise, I do have Rocky's channel in the description. Be sure to check him out on Rad Dad and Where's B-Dog. Where are you at? Do you know where you're at on subs right now, buddy?
555 the last I saw.
555. Come on, guy. Oh, man.
Almost 3 years. It's been a steady, nice progression, And real quick, just to dabble on that, like, I think it's normal. When we first started, I was like, oh, man, we're going to get 1,000 subs and we can start, I got over that a long time ago. We're here to have fun. We're here for the community. We're here to grow at a pace that's more sufficient to what we can put out as content creators. I'm appreciative of every subscriber I have. I try to subscribe to everyone who subscribes to us and watch as much content as I can watch. But I know how it is because I live in the real world, right? Work, school, baseball. We all have things going on, and so you can't ever expect too much. I just love all the love that we have gotten and we continue to get. So thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
You could not have said
y'all
that.
Make
more
sure y'all
perfectly.
check Rocky out and his channel if you haven't. You're a fool if you miss out.
Appreciate you guys.
For real. Rocky, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. All right, I'm going to kick you back for a minute here. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the Baseball Junkies podcast. We will be back in 2 Saturdays. So next Saturday we're off. We'll be back the following Saturday. Keep you posted on all the social medias. Let you guys know that. That's a wrap for today's podcast. You got anything else you want to get out there? Mr. Frank, go for it, my man. What you got?
You covered it all. Just keep doing great things, everybody. Make sure y'all show the support that you would expect, as if you want that support, and we just take care of each other with what we love in this hobby.
You cannot beat this card community. You know, just go on top of what you and Rocky just said. You know, if there's anybody out there listening that's like dabbling on the idea of doing this YouTube thing and making a channel and I say do it. Like, he made a good point. You get on and you start thinking like, oh, I want to get all these subscribers and stuff, and you quickly, I don't know, you get to not thinking about it anymore, because this community and the way we support each other, the way we talk to each other, it's something very unexpected, a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah. For some of us, it's a friendship. It's a second family. I mean, it's a support channel outside of the hobby. So,
it's really hard to describe how wonderful it really is. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for that. Appreciate it so much. You, Mr. Fuego. I know Mr. Fuego feels the same way. I mean, shoot, the friendship that we've grown to have just from doing this, it just blows my mind. And to a lot of other of you in the chat as well. I mean, you know, if you guys are looking to get in on this family too, check out the Mr. Fuego's channel, check out Red Dad B Dog, check out the Discords, all the stuff I've got in the description. It's just one big card community family out there. So you got nothing to lose.
That's it.
We're gonna wrap up. We are gonna wrap up the podcast with that, guys. Thank you guys so much, and have a good day.
We will see you.